a flag salute and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, you may be seated. Laura, may we have roll call, please?
Yes. Commissioner Sotile?
Present.
Commissioner Circo?
Present.
Commissioner Morose?
Present.
And Commissioner Pollock-Rude?
Present.
Let the record show Commissioner Edison is absent.
Okay. Welcome to the El Cajon Planning Commission meeting. This meeting is being live streamed on the City of El Cajon website. Appeals of final decisions of the Planning Commission made this evening must be filed in writing with the city clerk before 5 p.m. Monday, February 2nd, 2026, and must include the payment of a filing fee. If you wish to speak on either a non-agenda or an agenda item tonight, please fill out a request to speak, a card, located by the secretary, and give it to the secretary, who will call you up to speak when the agenda item comes up for public comment. We ask that you give us your name, spelling your last name. Speakers are limited to 3 minutes. The display on the podium, as well as other monitors in the chambers, will show time counting down. At 30 seconds, the podium clock readout will turn red, signifying you have 30 seconds until the end of your time. Applicants and individuals representing groups of people may be allowed more time if appropriate. All public hearing comments should be addressed to me as the chair of the commission and not to individual commissioners or staff members. Please turn off all electronic devices if you have not already done so. Pursuant to City Council Resolution Number 114-79, a commission who has received evidence related to a matter before the Planning Commission other than an unescorted view of the subject property is required to disclose such information at the hearing. At this time, we will take comments from any member of the public on any item of business within the jurisdiction of the Commission that is not on the agenda. Under state law, no action can be taken on items brought forward under public comment except to refer it to staff for administration or place it on a future agenda. Is there anyone who wishes to address the Commission under public comment? Please come forward. Okay, the next item is the consent calendar. A single motion will cover all items on the consent calendar. Does the Commission wish to pull a consent calendar item for discussion?
No, sir.
No, Mr. Chair.
Does the staff wish to pull a consent calendar item for discussion?
No changes from staff?
Okay, thank you.
I move to adopt the minutes as recorded.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Circo, seconded by Commissioner Pollock-Rude. Please vote.
Motion carries by unanimous vote of members present.
The next item, agenda item 2, the project name is Chase Common Interest Development, and it's a request of a conversion of an existing 4-unit residential development to common interest. It's CEQA exempt, and staff recommends City Council approval. Staff.
All right. Good evening, Planning Commissioners. My name is Spencer Hayes Flores. I'm an Associate Planner in the Development Services Department. The first item for public hearing is to convert an existing residential development to common interest. The project includes a planned unit development, or a PUD, and a tentative subdivision map, or a TSM, which would convert 4 existing residential units to for sale units.
Spencer, the backdrop does not work?
Not sure. Looks like it might be powering on. I believe everyone can see on the screens up front, though, as well, hopefully.
Okay, thank you.
The subject homes are detached single-style family homes, and the project includes the creation of 4 residential sublots and a common lot for access and underground utilities. The subject site is addressed as 653 through 669 West Chase Avenue, which is on the south side of the Chase between Lemon Avenue and Emerald Avenue. The site is within the medium-density residential designation of the general plan and has a consistent residential multifamily 6,000 square foot zone or RM 6000 zoning designation. The gross lot area is 26,613 square feet or 0.61 acres. And the project site is directly adjacent to another planned unit development as well as other multifamily residential in the RM 6000 zone. 2 of the existing 4 homes have attached 2-car garages, and the project plans show that the other 2 units could also include 2-car garages, though garages are not required as part of this conversion. It's important to note that one of the existing dwelling units, addressed as 657 East Chase Avenue, is permitted as an accessory dwelling unit, or an ADU. The proposed conditions of project approval require that ADU be updated to primary dwelling unit standards through a building permit action prior to formalizing the conversion to common interest. And this is just another view of that site, and a quick note that the proposed conditions of approval do include the rehabilitation of landscaping in the exterior yard as well as in the parkway adjacent to the public right-of-way. And this is the proposed tentative map. The proposed sublots are outlined in blue, and the common lot for access is indicated in red. The residential sublots range from 4,031 square feet to 7,720 square feet, and the common lot is roughly 5,000 square feet. The PUD permit requires that the units be served by separate gas and electric meters, and the project also proposes a separate water meter for each unit. The common driveway is proposed to be widened to 22 feet, which is the minimum requirement for 4 or more units, primary dwelling units in the RM 6000 zone. And it should be noted that multiple patio covers and other accessory structures are proposed to be removed in conjunction with this project. Finally, I wanted to point out that the northerly driveway entry will be closed and replaced with curb, gutter, and sidewalk. And the proposed conditions of approval require that the southerly driveway, which serves the common lot, be updated to the current regional standard as well. One of the main requirements of a conversion to common interest is a physical elements report. The PER is an overall assessment of the current conditions of the site, and it's important to ensure that the units that are eventually sold are free of any major issues or defects. The PER notes that the units are in good condition, but does make some recommendations for items such as updated egress windows from bedrooms, the replacement of 2 water heaters, and the rehabilitation of landscaping, as mentioned before, among other minor repairs. Those recommendations in the physical elements report have been included in the proposed conditions of project approval. In addition, the PUD, the conversion to common interest, requires that covenants, conditions, and restrictions, or CC&Rs, be recorded. And it also requires the formation of an HOA or a homeowners association. The HOA is required to maintain common facilities such as the common driveway, the common utilities that run through it, and then common landscaped areas, for example. In addition, the conversion to common interest requires certain tenant notifications. So in this case, the renters of the existing units were notified of this process commencing. They will also be offered a 90-day right to contract to purchase. That right to purchase is required to be offered at the same or more favorable terms as those offered to the general public. It's proposed that the project is exempt from environmental review pursuant to Section 15301 of the California Environmental Quality Act, or CEQA, guidelines. The Section 15301 exemption is for existing facilities where only minor modifications are proposed, such as utilities connections. It's staff's recommendation that the Planning Commission recommend City Council approval of the CEQA determination, as well as Plan Unit Development number 2025-0001 and tentative subdivision map number 2025-0014, since they're consistent with the general plan and housing element objectives, for a variety of housing types, and since the project creates home ownership opportunities in the city. That concludes our report, and we're here to answer any questions you have.
Yes, that 90-day right of purchasing the property, is that state law or city ordinance?
It's definitely in city ordinance. I believe it does reference back to a state law that unfortunately I'm not super familiar with.
Okay. So it's either equal or a better deal than others.
Equivalent or better terms than it's offered to the public.
And who makes the decision what to offer? It would be the owner?
The owner, yes.
The owner, okay. All right. Very good. Any questions, fellow commissioners? Yes.
I have one
Commissioner
question
Surley.
which struck me as I was following this. One of the buildings is an ADU, but all 3 or 4 were rental units. I'm trying to picture, was this a lot split that already happened to do the 2 and 2? Or how did we get 4 units on a property before getting to this?
Sure. So originally, in my research, there was an existing home on the site. In terms of year built, I'm not certain, but they, at some point, someone came in for a conditional use permit to add 2 units to the site. At that time, under the former R2R zone, I believe it was, that was the requirement for basically multifamily units in that zone. That was approved, and 2 units were constructed. At a later date, a 2 to 3 car garage was constructed on the site through a building permit. And then with the updates to state law for accessory dwelling units, that allowed for that conversion of that accessory structure to an accessory dwelling unit. And that was finalized, they received occupancy in 2022, so just recently.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, if I may, can I add to that?
Yes.
So under the existing zoning, or I should say the general plan, it allows up to 10 dwelling units per acre. So the existing zoning at 1 unit per 6,000 square feet equates to less than that. So that equates to about 7 units per acre. Under state law, if you have multiple detached single-family homes on one lot, you can add an ADU. And so the addition of an ADU is oftentimes preferable to developers because there's less fees and impacts and costs associated with adding the ADU. But the unique aspect of this project is that having the 4 units on the 26,000 square foot lot is still consistent with the general plan and the zoning.
Question, does this go towards the housing element, or was this already counted now that it's being converted?
It would have, for the housing element, and when we report on our regional housing needs assessment, we only report for building permits that have been issued. So it wouldn't be counted as a new dwelling unit.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Rebecca? No? Okay. All right. Seeing that there are no other questions, let's open it up for public comments. Anyone here? Oh, I'm sorry. Laura, do we have any speaker cards?
Yes, we do. Fabian Diaz-Luana.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for allowing me to comment. I live very close to the proposed
Fabian,
project,
how do you spell your last name?
DIAZ,
D-I-A-Z?
and then the second last name is Luevano, Luevano.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. My question is, I would like to understand about this project more. It seems that the changes from what is existing to what is proposed is renting one owner versus 4 owners, and then the other change would be updating one ADU to a primary dwelling unit. Besides that, are there any other changes, any demolitions?
I don't think so, but let's ask that to staff. to answer
Yeah,
that question.
so there are some patio cover structures and other smaller accessory structures that are proposed to be removed. In the scope of the project, those would require typically a demo permit. There also are areas shown on the plans for potential 2-car garages. Those are not a requirement of the project, but you could see in the future a building permit for an accessory garage structure, essentially.
So it's more adding structures and some patio covers which are not dwelling. Okay.
Right. So accessory structures would be demolished. Potentially, there would be new accessory structures. There would be updates to landscaping, some updates to the paved surfaces to make the private road, a little bit wider, and then some minor improvements to the public right-of-way for the driveway entry into the site.
Okay. Thank you.
In other words, it'll be improvement on the property.
Improvements.
It will look
right.
better.
I initially got a letter regarding this, and I thought I wanted to know more about it. And thank you. Yes.
Oh, you're welcome. Any other cards, Laura?
No other cards.
Okay. Do you want to speak with the owner or the project manager? No?
Owner here?
Yeah, I mean,
Huh?
you can.
Is there the owner here or the project manager that would like to speak? No?
Oh,
Or the owner? Would you like to come up, please? I want to see if my fellow commissioners have any questions.
My brother and I are both owners.
Okay. What is your name, sir?
John Caruso.
John Caruso, yes. The singer? Not quite.
Enrico. Mamma mia, that's Italian.
You read all the conditions of approval?
Yes,
Yeah. Do you agree with them?
yes, sir.
Okay. Fellow commissioners, do you have any questions? Mr. Caruso? Yes. Rebecca?
Just a quick question. I assume it's, you're splitting it then to sell the properties off individually, correct?
We wanted to keep a couple of the houses ourselves.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay. So then you'll just split the lot and sell off a
Yeah,
couple
but
units and keep this?
If we had to sell it right now, we would have to sell all four as one unit, so.
Yeah.
Yes, because right now it's one lot, so you're going to subdivide the
Yes.
parcels so they're individual. Okay,
Yes, on one
perfect.
lot.
Awesome. Okay, great.
It looks like a real good project.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Thanks.
Definitely. All right. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you.
Caruso. All right. Do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
I'll make a motion.
Well, second.
A motion made by Commissioner Rose, seconded by Commissioner Pollock Rude. Please vote.
Mr. Moroz, I didn't quite catch it. There we go.
All right.
Motion carries by unanimous vote of members present.
Okay. Well, I'm going to make a motion. I move to adopt the next resolution in order recommending City Council approval of the CEQA exempt PUD number 2025-001 and TSM number 2025-0014, subject to conditions.
Second that. I love new real estate in El Cajon, so second.
Okay, motion made by Commissioner Sotile, second by Commissioner Pollock Rude. Please vote.
Motion carries by unanimous vote of members present.
Very good. So this will be heard also by the City Council.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. This item will go to the City Council for final decision. Sometimes we will joint notice. This item was not joint notice, so a separate hearing notice will be distributed for the council hearing.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. Okay. Now, the next item is the planning, election of the Planning Commission Chair and Vice Chair, and I'm going to hand it over to Alvy.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So typically at the beginning of each calendar year, the Planning Commission will decide upon the chair and vice chair. In this instance, though, I would note that Chair Sotile's term is expiring and a hearing with the City Council is scheduled for next week. So in light of that, as well as the absence by Commissioner Edison, staff would recommend that the Planning Commission delay decisions on the chair and vice chair until we have a full commission. So to continue this item to the next Planning Commission meeting on February 3rd.
Do we need to make a motion on that?
Yes, that would be great. Thank you.
I'll make a motion to continue.
Okay, motion made by Commissioner Rose, second by Commissioner Pollock Rude. Please vote.
Motion carries by unanimous vote of members present.
Okay. Staff, any other communications?
No other communications from staff?
Okay. Commissioners, any reports or comments?
Nothing to report.
Okay. Does one, I'll adjourn it. Adjourn, the commission meeting is adjourned to February 3rd, 2026 at 7 PM.
I'll second that.
Okay. Motion made Commissioner Sotile, second by Commissioner Circle. Please vote.
And motion carries by unanimous vote of members present.